Welcome to Wedding Day Podcast with your host, Sonja Babich, CEO of Iron Diamond Media, a leading wedding resource featuring 7 localized wedding brands across the country.
Hi everybody, Sonja here with Wedding Day Podcast. My co-host today is Miss Alexis.
Hi everyone, I'm so happy to be here with you guys. We're in San Diego at the Havens Country Club. And we're going to sit and chat with Aly today.
Yes, so owner and founder of Aly Rose Beauty. And I was just reading up, of course, before the podcast, and I was sure that when I saw you when I was getting all glammed up by your team. Your story is amazing, and also like to have 45 team members too, like that is such an accomplishment.
Yes,
I don't have 45 yet, so I'm like, woo! And you also do 450 weddings a year too.
Yes.
That is insane.
Yeah.
It is insane.
So I know this started, you weren't doing this before. You actually were like in sales before going into this new chapter, right?
Yes. So I've wanted to have Aly Rose since I was 5 years old. My name, I used to play in my grandmother's makeup, and she was the matriarch of my family, and I was the only child within my dynamic, and so I would have nothing to do. So I would put makeup on, and then I would show the family, and then I would change the look, and so I basically taught myself full glam by the time I was 7.
Oh my gosh.
And I was the only child.
That's so cute.
Long story short,
You kind of wish you had Ulta back then.
right? Oh my gosh. All we had was like teen bob and go to the MAC counter and makeup forever, and you're like, can you teach me what you do?
Exactly.
And I would nerd out on it. I just
Yeah.
loved it.
I did too.
It was such a great thing. And so I just transitioned into starting my own company in high school, where I did all the proms, and the girl who did all the hair back then, she actually ended up being a celebrity hairstylist. I played soccer in college. I went to USC, and then I started doing hair and makeup in the dorms for everybody, because everybody is on a budget.
Oh my gosh, everybody, those are your favorite memories
Right,
with the girls.
I was the cool girl for sure on like the 6th floor.
I was on the 6th floor too.
Yes.
You were very popular.
I know, right? No, they all used me for my hair and makeup. And then I also I joined a sorority, and so I would do all the sorority girls for all the dances, and then I started doing lessons, and I just
how
loved
did you find time for yourself?
I never did. So don't ever look at my pictures.
I'm thinking of my best friend who has a bridal salon, and she was always doing us, and then she was always last and late to the party.
Always.
But it's always okay to be fashionably late.
Yeah, whatever. You just roll with it. You notice most celebrity artists don't wear makeup themselves because they're like, I'll make sure you look good. I'll be behind the scenes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it transitioned, and when I graduated from SC, my dad was like, I didn't pay for you to go to SC to be a makeup artist. That whole back then, you were supposed to be a nurse or a lawyer or a doctor, you needed your...
Well, I mean, I think that's even nowadays, there's like that sentiment, but being an entrepreneur is so amazing and fulfilling.
So I lived in other people's shoes for 25 years. I was a VP of sales for a big medical company.
What I thought, yeah.
And I always did makeup on the side.
Oh, okay.
And I used to run Victoria's Secret Beauty right out of college, and there was 10 of us in the country.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that was hot.
It was awesome. We helped develop the brand Pink.
Yeah.
So that was part of us and what we did, and that's where I fell in love with Bridal. Is we had a lot of brides come in, and actually Carol, who's now my HR manager, she was my first boss out of college, and now she works with me full time, which is full circle.
Amazing,
And
She did my hair today too.
Yes,
She's a girl with all trades.
I know, she's awesome. So that's why I fell in love with it, and it was a side hustle, and then I went through cancer and 2 kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am done doing the corporate America thing. It's time to just, we lived in Orange County. We moved to Temecula, and I just said, I'm done. I don't want to do corporate America anymore. Right. I'm ready to really live my purpose. When life feels like it's cut short, you're like, what am I waiting for?
Yeah.
Let's do this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my pivot and how I took a huge leap of faith.
Yeah, and you had a horrible car accident, right?
I was. So after cancer, and it's been quite a journey. I talk about overcoming adversity, but I survived cancer with toddler and a baby, and then I actually got a mommy makeover and a tummy tuck, and I went to Beverly Hills, and I ended up getting this deadly bacterial infection, so I was hospitalized twice.
What?
I know, I had wound care for 6 months. I would literally be at bridal shows laying down, and they would be packing my wounds twice a week,
God.
cleaning them out. that definitely could have taken me out too. And I was just like, nope, nothing's stopping me, done.
Yeah.
And then a year later, I was driving on the 15 and I hit a puddle or a pothole. I don't know what it was pouring. And I teacupped and then I hit the embankment and I just flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped. And I was hanging upside down by my seatbelt. And I remember I had lost my really good friend a year before, one of my best friends, to cancer. And I swear she was with me. It was crazy. And I just held my head and I'm like, you're not taking out my brain. Like, you take out my arm, my legs. Like, I am not going down. And so I was hanging upside down. I couldn't see. It was blood everywhere, window glass everywhere. My roof ripped off. My windows shattered. And I had to get myself out. And so I, weirdly enough, 2 weeks prior, I'd bought this thing to break the window. Oh. And I was using it while hanging upside down and I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
And so ended up my wrist was broken. I hit my seatbelt. I fell out.
That adrenaline was just flowing.
So I had to climb up this hill and there was these amazing men that carried me off the wall and the ambulance said, hey, we're coming for a body, And when I got in the ambulance, she said some word like, my fiance. And I said, oh, fiance. I said, keep me alive and I will do your wedding for free. I said, just keep me alive. I have 2 kids. I'm not ready to go. Keep me alive.
Really deal.
So I remember when they were
goodness.
stitching me up and cutting off my clothes and all the things. She was right by my side the whole time.
With you.
I wish I knew who she was because
you don't know.
she never hit me up. She never took me up on it. But I was like,
she's probably just thinking you're like la la la
Maybe she'll hear the story. Maybe she'll hear you talking about it.
Yeah.
I know, right? Maybe she'll see
What
this.
a story, everything that you've gone through. So you just truly value what you've created, this team, this community that you've created, and you value all the little things at the same time.
It's huge, So for me, I decide there's not going to be a roadblock that's going to get in my way. I know I'm aligned with my purpose and where I'm supposed to be. And actually my next chapter, personally, my team is fantastic. I have admins and an amazing team is to move into that coaching space so that I can help other people.
You've been doing that this last year, like the next sort of iteration. And you have such an inspiring story, obviously, of perseverance. So I think that really could resonate with so many people.
Yeah. So for me, across the country, I just want to help other creatives really take my corporate background and then my adversity and endurance and just not allowing things to take you down. All right, cool, you had a mishap, let's go. There's peaks and valleys in business.
So managing all this big team and 450 weddings, how do you stay organized?
Lots and lots of SOPs. For those of you who don't know, an SOP, standard operating procedure. The nice thing is, coming from corporate and moving into a creative space, it allows me to take those tools and really implement them. So we have an amazing CRM system. We have SOPs. I've got my admins. I mean, we use Google Sheets like there's no tomorrow. So we have a backup on top of a backup on top of a backup, using different systems to communicate with our team. Some of my team members are here. They'll tell you how many different ways we communicate with them. So it's just lots of over communication and lots of systems and processes and dotting your I's and crossing your T's because it's somebody's wedding day.
Yeah,
it totally is.
So many details.
My fellow co-host was talking about lately that hair and makeup's been kind of running behind a lot, and changes the schedule of the day. How do you manage that to help that not fall behind and keep that timeline moving?
That is a huge pain point for me. Ask anybody on my team.
Is it?
Because we're the first ones to blame. It's always hair and makeup's fault. Always, And
even though it's not really your fault, it's the person who arrived.
It's the bridesmaids that are hungover.
Bridesmaids that are hungover.
changing the baby's diaper. Didn't know it was their
in the wedding day.
In the shower. Washing
traffic. Fluke, it wasn't their time.
Yes.
That's such a cop out.
Yeah. I thought I was later.
and you're like, no, at the time, did you read the timeline?
It's constant. So I'm a big communicator. So for instance, if the bride is doing yoga when she's supposed to be in the chair, I'm calling the planner going, so Sarah is doing yoga right now. I just wanted to let you know that this is not us running behind.
And that just helps, like you said, communication.
Huge. I mean, communication is huge. We have longer timelines, and that's really important to me in having a pad, for those things to happen. I always tell people we're not a half-hour makeup company. If you want turn and burn, that's not us. So I think in being authentic and being honest and letting clients know whether you're a good fit or not and setting yourself up for success is really important, and that comes with over communicating.
So one thing I always hear about you, Aly, and about your team is how responsive and communicative you guys are. So tell me sort of like how you handle that, what sets you guys apart?
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, that's a huge part coming from corporate America. First of all, it's setting clear expectations and firm boundaries. So we do have our office hours listed in all of our emails, all of our communication. We use Dubsado for our CRM system, and so we have it in everything that comes through. So A, we have automation, so the bride is constantly being touched. B, we have a phone call option, and C, we have text. So we give them 3 options. So even though we do, let's say 450 weddings, you still are not a number, you're still a bride to us, and it's really, really important that you still get that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Personal touch.
Yeah, and every bride likes different forms of communication.
I was just going to say that. I think that's really cool that you actually ask what is the preference they want to communicate with you.
Yeah, I mean, some will go through our whole system and we never talk to them. Boop, 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 book.
Right.
And they love that.
Really?
Yes, they love it.
That is younger generation. It's very true.
Yeah, and some need multiple calls. Some need us to talk to their mom. Some, and so it's all about personal preference. And that's also something we do with so many artists is we custom match the artist to the bride. So it's based on personality, location, and then also stylistically. So that way that they're actually getting like somebody that fits their personality,
And how about like that first meeting? Is that done in your new space now, or?
Yes, so we just opened a full service salon in Temecula on Front Street.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The Beauty Collective by Aly Rose. Has a bar in the middle, so you can do like makeup and mimosas, bubbly and blowouts.
Bubbly and blowouts.
Yes.
I need to look that stat.
That's my cup of tea.
So we have like rehearsal dinners come in and they'll get blowouts before their big day so that they look good for the rehearsal dinner as well. And so we do our previews there as well.
Okay.
So Aly Rose works within the Beauty Collective.
Okay.
That is so nice.
So one-stop shop, right?
Yes. How many do you do on site at the new location out of your total weddings?
We do most of the previews at the salon.
Oh, just previews.
Yeah. Some of our higher end clients would like us to come to them that are kind of outside the area. So we do that as well. And then most of our services that we do are on location. But some of the venues don't open up early enough because we specialize in large bridal parties. So sometimes we can't do 12 girls in the 2-hour allotted time in the venue. So we'll let them rent out the salon, or we'll go to an Airbnb or a hotel.
Did I hear that you're going to Italy to do hair and makeup?
Yes.
That's
so exciting.
Amazing.
Yes.
So you are destination.
Destination. We won Denver Wedding of the Year this year, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And then we've done Oregon. We are going to Florida next year. So we go all over. We're affordable luxury. So we're not crazy budget. So in some of the markets, we're a lot more affordable. Might as well pay us to come out and, stay with you and glam me out.
That sounds amazing.
So yeah, it's exciting, so many great opportunities and I'm incredibly grateful. So
I don't know if you want to talk about that today or not, but I know you have another big project coming up.
Yeah, so I had 4 casting calls for a Netflix show. That particular show did not go through, but the casting director told me that the producers loved me, so we're potentially looking at having my own show, which is huge for me. So next year is all about education, TV personality, and then potentially having a nonprofit, because I really want to attach a nonprofit to our company to be able to give back.
That is
so
amazing.
I'm a huge animal lover, so probably something within the animal range. Anybody who watches my stories knows I'm like always finding raccoons and geese, and they just find me. It's like, come to me, jungle friends.
In California.
I know.
You can find a lot of animals in Minnesota. So. Well, Aly, it's been a joy having you on the podcast. Your story's amazing, and I know your team just gushes over you. They just seriously just adore working for you, and they giggle, and you have fun with them too, which also says like volumes about you too. Because like you say, it's like it's one life to live. You got to have fun doing it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you. I'm so excited, and thank you guys for having me. Your podcast, your magazine, everything that you guys have done has really elevated my business. So I am super grateful for both of you as well.
Oh, thank you, Aly. Well, thanks for tuning into Wedding Day Podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.